Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video. Once again, nothing huge here in the news, but we tried to cover everything, so let's go through it. So first of all, Korra merchandise, a very rare occurrence these days. This time FigPin have announced that they are releasing some Korra FigPins. So what they're announcing here is, of course, the kind of main cast minus Bolin once again. So we do have Korra, Asami, Mako, Amon, and then the Tenzin is a retailer exclusive, as you can see here, with Bump and Bite, whatever that is. So if we go to the FigPin website, you can see that they have actually released a Korra FigPin before. This one is I think, was it Emerald City Comic Con 2023 exclusive, so it is a recent line. But you can see here, probably the best of the FigPins, this one is an exclusive. Otherwise, it does seem like the others are actually out right now. Maybe if you're getting them not directly from FigPin, it's more of a next year item, but that's just the situation that we have here. My only complaint about these would basically just be that it's cool. FigPins, I think, are high quality. I actually have the Aang FigPin here. I didn't collect them past this, but I think they're good for what they are. If you like this sort of thing, I think they make it into a bit of a kind of collector's item. So if you really want Korra merch, this is here. But for me, I just think it's a little bit boring, because they've gone for the really old school for Korra promo images, like 2012, probably even 2011 for some of these images. This is one of the first ever Mako promo images. That's the always used Amon promo image. We've seen this Korra with the arms folded before, this Asami, this Tenzin. It's just a sense of can we use a more modern piece of art that kind of hasn't been used on merchandise before? And I get they want to kind of start with the book one stuff and make their way through, I guess. But I do think an effort should be made to just think about where we are and what would appeal to Korra fans currently. And I look at stuff say there's so little, say, Korra Book 4 merchandise, Korra Inner Book 4 outfit merchandise out there. Why not do something like that? Just to kind of do something a little bit different. And then it does mean that stuff say Book 2 and 3 especially don't really have much merch at all of Korra specifically from those seasons. But like I said, FigPins are good quality if you are interested in these, but it's just something where it's worth highlighting because I think the company's pretty good, and Korra merch is just exceedingly rare these days, unfortunately. And these, even though they're somewhat expensive for pins, I guess, at least stand out as something that's accessible, when most of the time Korra gets super expensive statues as its merch. The second piece of news is pretty new. I just found this looking through listings this morning. And what we have here is this book that seems to be called Avatar: The Last Airbender, My Cabbages. So it's going to be illustrated by the artist Bonnie Pang. It's part of this Pop Classics collection of books. And it is basically another one of these kind of picture book style things. So even though we don't have a cover yet, imagine this as basically being somewhat similar to the I Am Aang book, to Heart of a Hero, which have been previously announced books kind of in a similar vein to this. It is a hardcover. It's going to be $18.99. It's scheduled for August 27th next year, so quite a bit away, highlighting that it is a brand new kind of listing here. So what does it say about this? Yeah, experience Avatar in a brand new way with this humorous and playful picture book, perfect for readers of all ages. Meet the Cabbage merchant. This enterprising man dreams of selling his harvest in the big city of Omashu, but his dreams and cabbages are crushed when the long-lost Avatar returns. Determined to succeed, the Cabbage Merchant hits the road only to run into the Avatar again and again and again. With each encounter, the Avatar and his friends leave destruction and smashed cabbages in their wake. Will the Cabbage Merchant ever catch a break? Get ready to yell, my cabbages, and reunite with your favorite Avatar characters, including Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Zuko, and Uncle Iroh, in the Cabbage Merchant saga of perseverance and ingenuity. This seems kind of interesting. A lot of the times these books do go for the really obvious stuff of let's recap it from one of the main characters' perspectives. But this is like a, 40-page book, picture book about the Cabbage Merchant. So we're going to expect a lot of brand new art of the Cabbage Merchant because I'm expecting him to be in nearly every piece of art in this book. And who knows, like, he only appears a select amount of times, even though he's a somewhat, like, regular sort of like minor recurring character. So to extend this out to 40 pages, like, they might need to add in maybe some extra little bits. So who knows, there might be some kind of extra kind of material with the Cabbage Merchant that we didn't properly know about. It would be very cool if they did extend this into the comics and had this artist do some of the stuff from his appearances in the comics, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen. But still, it's something to keep an eye out for. As far as, I suppose, what they look like goes, you can look down here at what they sort of are like. The Pop Classics line. Avatar is currently, obviously the only one that doesn't have the cover yet. But the artist previously did this Ferris Bueller's Day Off one. So if we go to this, you can get a rough idea of like the art style here. So kind of similar to the I Am Aang art style. It's very much that kind of like kids, very kind of cartoony style. But I think it could work quite well for the book. You can also see just from the type of book that it is, it's very much going for the Little Golden Book style of book. But obviously with more pages, hence why it's more expensive. So that's kind of interesting. And then like otherwise they have like Rugrats, Elf, Doctor Who. So, they're fitting Avatar in here, which is kind of nice. Definitely one where I would want to see the cover and hopefully some preview pages to really get a sense for like if it's worth it. Because I think with the I Am Aang books, they're cheap enough that it feels like, yeah, I can add them to the collection, no problem. But nearly $20 is a little bit kind of getting into the point where like it needs to be a decent book. So just something to keep an eye out for. I think this actually has the potential to be a very fun extra book in the year. Just that idea of like, it's always cool when the companies decide that, oh yeah, let's do Cabbage Merchant, like Funko Pop did Cabbage Merchant, and that sort of stuff. Like the Weiss Schwarz, they made the kind of special edition gift set thing Cabbage Merchant themed, and it's cool that we're finally getting a book to kind of focus on that. And who knows, it could be kind of interesting because they're like highlighting the whole kind of jokey aspect of it, of like he keeps going despite his constant run-ins and everything getting destroyed. So who knows, this could be the quintessential Cabbage Merchant story of Avatar The Last Airbender. So one to keep an eye out for, certainly. And of course, that's what we do on the channel. All the books, we'll cover this when the cover gets announced, if there are preview pages, and if I do end up getting it, I will of course review it. But that is all of the news. Nothing huge really at the moment. We're still waiting and maybe hoping Netflix have something more to say about Avatar, the live action show. Will Avatar Studios say anything before the end of the year? Will there be any kind of comic announcements or dates or anything like that? Who knows? There's only a few weeks left in the year. Otherwise, I would just say that I am pretty far into the 2023 Avatar Year in Review video. So that one should pretty much definitely be ready to go for in or around Christmas. I'm literally just waiting to see if I have all of the big news from the year. Otherwise, like, I more or less am at the point where I can nearly lock that video in completely. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything late in the year. And then, yeah, the 2024 Avatar preview will be coming just before the end of the year. I'm probably going to have to start more heavily getting into that video soon. But I have made a small start on that one. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are on Legend of Korra FigPins. Do they interest you, or are you just waiting for better Korra merch? And then Avatar: The Last Airbender, My Cabbages. What are your thoughts on this kind of random but kind of intriguing book announcement? But yes, that has been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.